Please tell me you guys have seen this picture of Diddy, because I'm so sorry, this man looks ran through, questioning his entire life. This is what we saw in the court, and now you guys can see it, guys, in person. But here he looks even more worse for wear than he has before. He's ran through. He's looking outside, pondering on life, booty hole loose, dripping, exhausted. Knees are beginning to cave in. The hand grip, the scars on his hand, the bruises on his hand, the rough skin on his hand from holding onto the bars. He can't do it no more. He thought the Fort Dix would have been a break from the MDC freak off madness, but it ain't a break, because the men at the Fort Dix also want a piece of Diddy too. Diddy wants a piece of them too as well. And this is why he's pondering on life, looking confused, because at one point he was a billionaire, but now he's throwing it back to anyone at the prison and then washing their dirty underwear afterwards. The man is going through it. The man been ran through. This is somebody who has been ran through to the fullest. He didn't jog. He didn't skip. He didn't walk. He didn't power walk. He was running through them, men. Left, right, and center. He had them all done. These people giving him glowing reviews before his sentencing were definitely men that he ran through with. And at the Fort Dix, one thing about TMZ, guys, they want to get pictures of Diddy one way or another, because for the fact that they had taken this picture through these bars, like, where did they even get this from? How did they know to get this? How long were they waiting out there for Diddy? But he be ran through it. And even when you wear, you know, when you wear that bean hat, and you just are going through it, that's how you know you're going through it. So this is somewhat similar to what Diddy looked like in prison, but in this picture, guys, he looks worse. So he's in a better place. He didn't want the MDC. He's now at the Fort Dix, you know, better place for him, but he's still miserable. He's still really upset because he wants to leave. He doesn't want to be anywhere in this vicinity. And for somebody to say to me yesterday, "Oh, Mora, how do you know this?" I saw his face. I was right, like, he was right in front of me, for goodness sake, when I came to the sentencing. And that was a long day of the sentencing, and he was fighting to get out of prison. He did not want to be there. He was begging and begging. His daughters were begging. Everybody was begging. And when it wasn't working, his face looked pissed. I saw it right there. I was in the courtroom, not the overflow. I was literally in the room. So it was a lot. Hey guys, it's Roc Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And let's get straight into this video. Whew. It ain't looking good for Roc Nation, guys, because it looks like there are more dockets, more lawsuits that they are facing. And yeah, I'm quite shocked by the fact that there have been 3 new lawsuits that, you know, they're facing. I didn't expect 3 to be, you know, coming this way. But we can see somebody on Twitter, her name is Shay Fabs, and she has tweeted this. Roc Nation has got to be tired of all the lawsuits. Here's a new one from a Dr. Ray suing for 50 million, claiming the companies were engaging in fraud schemes in China, basically stealing money. And we can see here, guys, Universal Music Group, Live Nation Entertainment are mentioned, but also Roc Nation LLC and Rocawear License. Rocawear is Jay Z's clothing company, and so basically what they're alluding to is that perhaps what he was buying and, you know, doing business with via China, there was some fraud going on, allegedly, is what, you know, he is being accused of. Defendant number 3, Desiree Perez and Sean Carter. And then defendant number 4, you have Jay Z again, Sean Carter, for Rocawear LLC. For giving false statements, for bank fraud, for major fraud against the United States, for laundering of monetary instruments of China-owned and shell companies. These are the specific federal statutes, federal treaties, and the provisions of the U.S. Constitution that are at issue in this case. So allegedly, this is what he, you know, Roc Nation and all other parties are being accused of. Doesn't look good at all. 50 million. The company successfully executed fraud schemes in the music industry in China's interest against the US. The American judiciary system failed to detect the fraud in real time, allowing prior federal and state cases to settle or be dismissed, and the schemes to grow across more industries. Root causes of business entity analysis was not complete for previous cases to verify funds are American, not China linked. We now have the solution. So 50 million. Sean Carter will provide Beyonce a personal detailed written statement on all actions, and her request requests immediate payment of 50 million, transfer entities, bank accounts and all assets ownership for all live and physical locations, weekly status report, dissolve all shell entities, and weekly status reports until complete. I don't know why it says Sean Carter will provide Beyonce a personal detailed written statement on all actions, maybe claiming that she doesn't know. But outside of those two, there are two additional lawsuits via Diddy docket, which are tweeting. Dr. Ray's also suing a Tidal related issue, and then you have an Apple situation as well, Ray versus Apple Inc. So two separate lawsuits. So they're now basically being accused in the first lawsuit that I just explained to you guys of fraud schemes in China. Fraud schemes in China. The court is filing a complaint by Dr. Jareen M. Ray against UMG, Live Nation, Roc Nation and Rockaware. Filed October 29th, it alleges fraud schemes with China-owned shell companies in the music industry, citing US codes on false statements, bank fraud, money laundering, and major fraud. Claims involvement with firms like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Meta seeks 50 million plus damages, assets transfers, and dissolution of shells. No widespread coverage yet, and verification is ongoing. In the relief section of the complaint, the plaintiff demands that Sean Carter provide Beyonce with a personal detailed written statement on all actions in her requests. She's not a defendant or directly accused. It's tied to alleged fraud involving Roc Nation and related entities. The filing's legit, is unverified, as is very recent. You have AI basically coming into the fold. Now, I also want to add some more litigation updates via Diddy docket. They basically were explaining how there was a lawsuit against Beyonce, TD Jakes, Ludacris, Diddy and Jay Z in regards to dark magic. That specific case that we spoke about has officially been dismissed. So there are more legal situations going on with Jay Z right now, but what I have to get into that in a separate video because there's way too many problems this man is facing. All of it is court documents. This isn't, alleged news. This isn't from, an inside source that we don't know about. I'm reading to you court documents of Jay Z and, his people allegedly being accused of doing all of this stuff. And I guess they have to fight it in court, or it's going to be dismissed. We don't know, one way or another. But once again, fraud, stealing, theft, all of this is coming and, being uprooted. And this conversation is something that was predicted for Jay Z. And that began with all of the Cash App lawsuits early on in the first quarter of this year. And it looks like as we reach the last quarter of this year, these financial fraud lawsuits are still steaming on full ahead. Whew, Lord have mercy. The Megan Thee Stallion Milagro case has also been delayed, pushed back, but that definitely is still happening, and they have to obviously pay for that as well. They have the budget for it, but of course they'd rather not spend it, is basically my point. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do. It's just one click. It goes a long way. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. Oh, Jay Z, Diddy still facing problems. I'll catch you guys soon for another video.